What up YouTube? It's your boy ABC Delicious. I'm back yet again with another video. So, the video today is about a movie that I originally wanted to see in the theater, but nobody wanted to see it with your boy, and I'm one of those guys. I don't want to see a movie by myself. I think that's a little bit weird. Maybe there's some weirdness about me for thinking that, but it is what it is. So I waited for the movie to come out on video and to be downloadable. Is that a word? Anyway, in case what you're wondering, the suspense is killing you. The movie that I decided to see is called Longshot. Now, Longshot stars Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. And it's kind of interesting because I definitely have a different opinion about both. Very quickly, I think of Seth Rogen as a kind of a lovable stoner, a slub. I don't really think of Daniel Day-Lewis or Bradley Cooper. And what I mean by that is I don't think of Seth Rogen inhabiting the role or being able to play different types. He kind of, to me, plays the fun, affable, sarcastic guy who's willing to make fun of himself, which a lot of stars aren't willing to do, so that's good. And Charlize Theron, I totally think of world-acclaimed actress able to do different roles. Like, I think in certain movies, she's on the prosthetics, is willing to look uglier, doesn't rely on her beauty. So that's very refreshing, in my opinion. Now, in this movie, it's a rom-com. You've seen this many different times before, of a kind of affable loser who's able to, or wants to date someone who society, friends, family think is a little bit above his pay grade, or who's out of their league, that kind of thing. So I think that's kind of interesting as a guy. It's usually assumed that we always try to date a woman who's above us, physically, mentally, spiritually, economically, whatever. So, and anyway, in the movie, Seth Rogen plays this writer who works at a small media company, and he is a very principled man, always does this stories where he's trying to expose the truth and always looking out for the little guy, right? So, and then one day his media company is bought out by a very rich, very well-known, and very corrupt man. So basically when this happens, it goes against everything that he stands for. So he quits his job, and then he has difficulty finding a job because nobody wants to really hire him because, like I said before, he's kind of like a fire starter. He causes trouble. He doesn't care about playing the game, as you will. Charlize Theron is definitely on the other end of the spectrum. She plays the Secretary of State, but she has definitely more ambitious and higher goals for her near future. She wants to run for presidency in the next election a couple years later. Now, they used to know each other as kids. Charlize Theron used to babysit her. I don't want to do too many spoilers for you in case you guys haven't seen the movie yet. And just through luck, circumstance, kismet, whatever you want to call it, they're able to kind of reconnect and they meet up again. And basically, she hires Seth Rogen's character to be her head writer. She has to go around and give a lot of campaign speeches, that kind of thing. So because of this, they're able to get very close and intimate with each other, kind of reconnect, and then obviously, because it's a rom-com, they start to like each other more and more and also fall in love. Now, we've seen this in many movies before. This is definitely not a new concept or a new idea, but I think what sells the movie in this case is Charlize Theron and Seth Rogen, insane chemistry. You know, I'll give them both credit, but I do feel like it's kind of, Charlize Theron is really good at doing this, because she was also with another movie with Seth MacFarlane, who's not really known for being the best actor, the like rodeo movie, and I felt like they had good chemistry in that movie. So I think she's just really good at it. Kind of like table tennis or tennis, I guess. Whatever she gets a lot back at her, she is able to hit it back to the other person, whoever she's starring with. So they're really good. I think Charlize Theron is just, she's able to play this elegant, professional, classic, timeless beauty who's also very knowledgeable, very smart, and used to being the smartest person in the room, which includes all the men usually, right? And Seth Rogen, because of whatever happened in life, he's a little bit not as confident in himself as he should be. And with Charlize Theron's help, he's able to get over this. Besides that, forgive me, Other people in the movie, I don't remember their name, but there's an Indian guy and a woman who plays Charlize Theron's advisor. They also do a really competent job and then are pretty funny when the situation calls for, although they don't get a lot of screen time, so they do the best with what they can. Ice Cube's son, O'Shea Jackson Jr., plays Seth Rogen's best friend, and I think he did a pretty good job too. It's kind of funny. He got his big break off of Straight Outta Compton, and now he's just kind of ascending the Hollywood hierarchy, which I think is very interesting because when you have a famous dad, which I don't, by the way, although I love him. Good belated Father's Day to you and yours out there. I would say he's carving his own niche, so that's very impressive. Besides that, who else is in the movie? Oh, my boy Randall Park, but he's only there for like 10 minutes, but you know I gotta shout out a fellow Asian guy. And besides that, yeah, I think you go into this movie, don't expect Schindler's List or Saving Private Ryan or A Beautiful Mind or Casablanca. Am I gonna remember this movie in 5 years? Of course not. Am I gonna remember this in 1 year? No. Will I remember next week? Well, yeah, next week. My memory's not that bad. So I think you just go in, you're going in for the movie because of the chemistry between Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron. You're not going in there to learn anything. This is not Inception. This is not Shutter Island. Your mind is not going to be thinking about this movie afterwards. But it's a very cute, fun movie. And yeah, and if you're like me, if you love Charlize Theron, you should definitely see this movie. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what do I give the movie? I give it 6.5 or 7. Again, not the movie that you'll be telling your grandkids about, but overall a really good, solid movie, I would say. And I think that's it. I want to apologize. I had to splice together some videos. I just got a new stand. It's one of those that does the full degree articulation, so it was like sloping down on me when I was doing the video, so please forgive me. I'll try to do a better job in the future. Anyway, if you like this video, or even if you don't, please comment, like, subscribe down below. It really helps me. It's kind of like a slow burn. I'm slowly starting to see some results, but hopefully you people who are actually subscribed to the channel are enjoying this. And if you want to talk about the movie, tell me what you think, or what your favorite movie is, or what videos I should do in the future, please let me know. As you can tell, I kind of try to do different stuff because I'm all over the place. And that's about it. So until the next video, peace!
Charlotte, I would like to endorse you to be the next president of the United States.
Oh my God.
You've been a great secretary.
A state.
Which state again?
All of them?
Is the Secretary of State looking at us?
I kind of know her.
It's like kind of knowing a mermaid. Do you tell people that?
She probably doesn't remember who I am. Secretary Field would like to speak with you. With me?
I can't shake this feeling that we know each other.
We do.
We do?
Picture me, I guess, maybe like 20 years younger, but like this.
Flarsky?
Yeah!
What are you doing these days?
I'm a journalist.
You're a great writer, but sometimes you're a little too much.
I don't think I am too much. I actually think I'm the perfect right portion.
It's really nice to see you again.
Whoa! Hey! Crack it down! I'm okay. Do policemen just call me a cracker?
What is the relationship exactly?
I used to babysit for him.
You babysat for him? Wow, time has not been kind.
I need some writers to punch up my speeches. Fred's writing is really good, and he knows me.
Oh, I feel so scared.
In order to write better for you, I should kind of get to know you better if you have a minute.
I actually have 7.
7 minutes in heaven. What is your favorite book as a kid?
The Velveteen Rabbit.
Favorite song?
Must Have Been Loved by Roxette.
Most embarrassing moment?
I don't embarrass that easily.
I don't either, really.
What's your favorite sexual position?
Normal? Front-facing normal? What kind of question is that?
All it took. Look at you.
What's your favorite sexual position?
Don't be gross, Fred.
Do you like date?
I mean, who wants to follow me around the world and hope I have 5 minutes to be affectionate?
Yeah.
We did almost just die.
We actually did almost die. We need to move you.
Thank you, Agent M.
It's Pretty Woman, but she's Richard Gere and you're Julia Roberts.
Honestly, this has been the best few weeks of my entire life.
We asked 1,000 constituents how they would feel if Kate Middleton
I see where you're going with this.
were to start dating Danny DeVito. Pretty negative reaction.
The last
time you got high was at a Swing Doctors concert? We had a situation.
I'm in so much trouble.
What's happened? Are they out of water?
Wow, he's so bendy, huh?